Thanks for joining us for Featured. I'm Robert Stover. A World War II veteran in central Pennsylvania is on a mission only weeks before he turns, get this, 104. A mission to walk several miles a day. John Meyer caught up with him on one of his daily strolls to see how he goes the extra mile.
You lead the way.
All right. You're gonna walk with me?
I'm gonna walk with you if that's okay.
Sure.
103-year-old Harold Gary usually walks alone on his daily strolls in Montrose. What a thrill to join him.
So how many miles do you usually do a day?
Yeah, anywhere from 2 to 5, 6. I got 6 yesterday, but I did that purposely so I could tell you.
103 years old and pushing to do an extra mile. And after a bit, he parked the cane on his shoulder, walking with ease.
Well, when I get out of bed in the morning, my hip is hurting me. And by the time I've got a half mile in, I feel good.
So you keep on going.
So I keep on going.
Harold walks a loop around his apartment building downtown. 4 loops make a mile. He walks the halls inside in bad weather. But joining Harold was about more than getting some steps in. We took a journey through his life.
My dad died in 1935, and I went right to work in the fields.
He worked the family farm that didn't have electricity or a tractor until he was a teenager.
There was a jeweler here in Montrose that recommended Navy rather than be drafted and not have a choice.
He served on Navy patrol bombers searching for German submarines during the war. Harold came home. His brother did not.
I don't like things not level.
On Harold's apartment door, a gold star for his fallen brother Dan, a blue star for him. Inside, a tribute to Dan on the wall, and a photo of when at the age of 101, Harold visited Dan's grave in Belgium. At the age of 102, Harold got his honorary degree from Drew University. So is each line a mile?
Yeah. And if I had a half mile, I'd put a dot down next to it.
Okay. So as he showed us his calendar marking the miles walked each day, we're not surprised to see this centenarian push on in yet another mission. He started keeping track in 2019. A stroke that year sidelined him only a bit.
You even get a little bit of elevation in your walk too, climbing up here.
Yeah, I do, and that's good for me.
Listen to how many miles he's recorded.
Figured it up here just a week ago. I'm up to about 5,500 and some miles now.
Wow. Like most World War II veterans, Harold is humble about this and all his accomplishments.
Do you think of yourself as a hero?
No. No, other people say I am, and all I did was fill a hole during World War II. Somebody had to do it.
Someone his age doesn't have to go for a walk every day, but Harold Gary does. And I will always treasure this stroll we shared. John Meyer.
Now, what about the summer? Now, 2 girls are connected forever through a shared heartbeat in Ohio. A second grader has a rare and special bond with the family whose selfless decision gave her a second chance at life. Lindsay Buckingham has their extraordinary story.
It was a normal January day in 2022 when 4-year-old Maria Moody started feeling sick.
She was ill the night before, couldn't keep anything down, not even water.
Her mother, Bianca Robinson, thought it was just a stomach bug, but Maria's condition worsened. By March, she needed a heart machine to keep her alive.
It's an overwhelming and a very jarring process.
While waiting for a transplant, doctors at Cleveland Clinic Children's warned they could be waiting for months. Maria needed a miracle. Then in April, it came.
I had missed phone calls from the hospital. I had missed phone calls from my mom. She's like, they found a heart, they found a heart.
The heart belonged to 8-year-old Maddie Shine from Logan, Ohio, who died in an ATV accident. Yet in the midst of unimaginable grief, her family made a decision that saved Maria's life.
How can you be elated? How can you feel relief when you know that this other family actually is now having to live out your worst nightmare?
It's too hard for Maria to relive.
I know.
While Maria took a break, her mom spoke to the selfless choice.
Thank you is not enough. I've seen the video of Lisa having to walk her daughter down that hallway at that hospital for the last time. There is nothing that I could say to tell her how much she changed our lives. She was thinking of others in a time where she was losing something so precious to her.
A year after the transplant, the two families connected.
And then I got this letter from Lisa Shine, who is Maddie's mother.
Last summer, they met face to face at a local park. What happened next was a moment where everything was still, except for Maddie's beating heart.
It was just joy, I hope that for Maddie's mom, it not necessarily gave her closure, because you could never really get closure from something like that, but I hope that it really filled her up with as much joy as it did all of us.
Today, Maria is a thriving second grader who shares far more than a heart with her angel Maddie.
I could not believe the similarities between Maddie and Maria. The movies that they liked, just like hearing about Maddie's personality. It's like, this is Maria. Like, this is the same kid almost. They just never met.
Two families forever connected by one precious heartbeat.
Thank you, God.
Lindsey Buckingham.
A pitcher at a recent Philadelphia Phillies game stole the spotlight, but it wasn't a member of the team. Young fan Princeton Bailey was in the crowd in his pitching stance and ready to go during the April 29th game against the Washington Nationals, with the bases loaded and 2 outs as Jose Alvarado prepared to strike out the side. Alvarado, the young fan, and around 38,000 other people at Citizens Bank Park went wild at the swing and a miss. But it wasn't that easy for the Phillies. They won in walk-off fashion 7-6. Now, this Starbucks location in Texas is like no other, becoming the chain's first 3D printed store in the U.S. A computer-controlled robotic arm was used to pour concrete for the building. Starbucks is one of the first major chains to use the technology. It's mostly been used by home builders. The drive-through only location is near the U.S.-Mexico border and is officially open.
And on the way to Sheets to get like a bunch of MTOs, I heard God say, get 6 more.
A Maryland community knows this woman as Mama D, and she's feeding more people than just her kids. Why she says she believes she was called to start a nonprofit, and how she's feeding hundreds. Plus, a retired deli owner needed something to do to keep her busy. Why she says this new job is better than her old one ever was. A mother in Maryland is feeding her community, and it all started with a divine voice she heard more than 10 years ago. Sean Martinelli introduces us to a woman neighbors call Mama D.
If you ever find yourself down in Hagerstown,
All the home runs go on a dessert table.
what's happening here will lift you up. That's Deirdre Norris.
Hi, Alyssa, I'm Deirdre, Mama D. So they call me Mama D.
Mama D.
I think she's exactly what we need here.
Hi, health department.
She's tough, but like mom.
Only take the adult diapers if you need it. Don't take it to sell it.
She cares more than anybody that I know.
Whatever we have left, we pass out tomorrow.
Thank you.
5 days a week,
It's 11:30.
Mama D feeds the hungry of Hagerstown.
Shepherd's pie, baked beans, that does have pork in it.
She feeds their stomach
Thank you for the food that our friends are about to receive.
and their spirit.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Would you like cheesy potatoes? Okay.
Could you have imagined when you started this 13 years ago that it would be where it is today?
No. Andy, that looks good. It looked like my grandmama's.
It all started when Deirdre met a homeless man on the street.
And I went and got him something to eat. And on the way to Sheets to get like a bunch of MTOs, I heard God say, get 6 more.
Soon after that day, Deirdre earned a distinction.
He said, you are our mother out here. We have no one to really help take care of us like you do.
Chocolate or a lollipop?
And she's been taking care of her community ever since.
Oh my God, it's a heart. This fills my heart for love.
In 2013, Mama D turned her efforts into the nonprofit. It's a blessing to be a blessing.
It makes my heart happy.
Her heart and all of theirs.
Kathy, you checked Mr. Joe hair out today? Bless you too, baby. Yes, ma'am. Even when I can't smile, I need to smile for other people.
People like Leanne Santiago.
Yeah, there's a lot of us that just need a little bit of hugs and love to get you through to the next step. A lot of the community I know because I was there.
Years ago, Leanne lived on the streets.
It's a blessing. Fed me and kept me, and because of that, I now have a full-time job.
If you think all of this is just about food,
Yes, I'll play.
Leanne is proof.
So,
It's about so much more.
When you hear those stories of people who you've helped, who've gone on to get their lives back on track, what does that mean to you?
It means that my purpose is done.
Done.
You're welcome. Thank you for using your manners.
Mama's way.
Praise God.
And it's a blessing to be a blessing serves 4 bagged lunches during a week and hot meals on Thursdays. The organization also collects donated furniture to help people get everything they need into their living spaces. This 4-legged friend is being treated just like he's one of the staff at a North Carolina school. Coming up, how Coach is becoming the chief stress relief officer. Most people try to stay active after they retire. As Boyd Hoopert shows us, one retiree from Minnesota is spending her extra time helping kids feel loved.
Traffic jams in Lake City, Minnesota.
Morning, ladies.
Are not common.
Awesome.
Unless you're Jerry Priggy
I'll see you in a little bit.
at Bluffview Elementary.
See ya. Have a great day.
Every
In about 10 minutes, I'll be there.
day.
Look at my bag. Love it.
Yeah, every day.
Every day, all day.
How are you?
The Kid Highway.
Oh, Lou, I missed you so much.
Slows.
I missed you. I missed you all.
For paraprofessional
Huh?
hugs.
Are you hungry?
1, 2,
Hello, I love her.
or in groups. This is one way
I was in your neighborhood.
Jerry Priggy shows her love.
I missed you all on your break.
But look around
The Piggy made this for me.
and you'll see
Foods.
another.
Good morning, second grade friends. Okay, I got some done this week, you guys. Alex? You're the Packers fan. I am the bag lady. I got it done. That's a compliment.
The bag lady
Oh, look at it's gonna match your shirt.
with a backstory.
So Sutton's in a wheelchair, and she was having trouble navigating the wheelchair along with carrying all of her utensils and iPads and stuff.
Whitney Hudgens is mom to Sutton.
Zebras.
And this is the first bag Miss Priggy made.
Sutton had one, and then her little best friend wanted one.
She got hers first, and then I got mine second. You're all right.
And once Andy and Sutton had their book bags, it was game on.
She loves making bags for everyone because she really wants to show kindness around the school.
Allison and Copeland both want pink bags.
And I want red and orange.
Orders come in daily.
Red and orange. You got it, buddy.
Then Miss Priggy starts her homework.
Hour and a half to do one bag. It is a lot of hours.
Especially when you consider
My orders.
this.
375 bags.
Just this school year.
Yeah, done.
Which brings us to what Jerry Priggy was doing last year.
All this was deli.
The deli Jerry and her husband shut down last summer
Come over here.
to retire.
You're going to love this part.
That was their freezer.
This has now become Fabric Central.
That tray?
This is actually a hot dish container.
While the rest of these deli tablecloths and curtains are now book bags.
Good morning. I miss you.
I forgot my bag.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
You might say Miss Priggy decided retirement wasn't for her.
It's the most important job I've ever had. Yeah, it just feels really good.
She hugs them. And they hug her back.
It's like she's always with us.
Hugs hung snugly right around their necks. Boyd Hooper,
Open up.
Lake City.
A school in North Carolina has been on the hunt to ease stress for students and staff. As Michelle Boudin shows us, Coach, the therapy dog, brings much more than just the cute factor to school.
So this is Coach. He's actually on faculty here at Providence Day, has his own badge and everything, has the run of the school, and as you can imagine, everyone loves him.
There's no question. Coach is the big dog on campus.
Are you guys ready?
Clearly the most popular faculty member at Providence Day School.
He loves it.
Because he's adorable and I like to play with him. Everybody likes him because he's like really soft. And like everybody likes to pet him.
It just brings so much joy to all the kids. Ready? We're a very rigorous school, and he just brings a little comfort to all of us.
The Golden Retriever is a certified therapy dog who comes to school every day with his handler.
Good job.
Math teacher Ashley Liberto.
A lot of times kids in my math class, when they're working on their work, they'll sit at the front of the room and they'll just kind of pet Coach as they're doing math to kind of help them ease the stress that comes along with that.
Coach is especially popular during exam week.
Good boy! We are stationed in the library during exams, so as the kids study, they can come in and kind of just love him and get the stress off their mind.
About a week before exams, everyone's like so stressed. As we're just cranking out, no warning, it was like, who wants to see Coach? And we all raised our hands, and for like 15 minutes, we just like pet him and snuggle with him, and just completely revived us.
It's just fun.
The idea to bring Coach on campus actually started with another Golden, Liberto's other dog, Bentley.
He unfortunately had cancer, and so he had to get his front leg amputated, and I partnered with our 3D printing class to come up with a prosthetic for him. Good job! And I saw the impact that Bentley made on our community.
When Bentley passed away, Liberto had the idea to make her next dog a certified therapy dog, completed the training, and the two have been making the rounds at school since the start of the school year.
He's so proud of you. Life is hard, and dogs teach you more than just love and compassion. They teach you empathy and, you know, how to interact with each other and just being a loving person. And so when kids see that and see how kind he is, and he doesn't matter, he doesn't judge and any of that. So he's here to kind of show that to our students, that life is hard, but ultimately love can conquer, and he's here to show that.
Coach is so popular, they're soon going to have stickers, trading cards made, even a stuffed animal that looks just like him that kids can bring home with them.
So the playground is not just for kids anymore. Caught on camera, a bear in Connecticut was seen having fun going down a slide in April. It happened in a community just outside of Hartford. The bear climbed a short ladder and took a trip down the slide. The bear can then be seen just laying at the bottom of the slide. Well, people usually post their best moments on social media to get likes. But after the break, we meet one woman who is going viral for not caring about what other people think. Taking a look at what's trending, the dirty soda trend is taking over the country. Now, dirty sodas are a mix of soda, flavored syrup, and creamer. Coffee Mate recently released a new dirty soda creamer, flavors including coconut lime and orange cream pop. People can find the product through online retailers like Amazon and Walmart. And as social media gets more popular, users are using filters more to get the exact look that they're looking for. But as Matt Hoverton tells us, one Texas woman is going viral for having no filter whatsoever.
Hi there, Texas born, okay. Texas bred, and when I die, I'll be Texas dead.
15 minutes of fame.
Let's go.
Eventually gets here.
To the chair.
If you wait long enough.
I have so enjoyed this.
Sally Mays.
I have 2 men here. I haven't had 2 men in my house in years. This is fantastic.
Has waited 90 years.
Hi, I'm Sally Mays. And I'm going to tell it like it is.
There's your warning, folks.
If I don't like some dumb I can tell him. And I think everybody ought to be that way.
See, this is how we ended up in Sally's living room.
Hey, Mom. Can you believe it? Look at what you're doing.
Don't rain on my parade.
Okay.
With her loving daughter, Catherine.
I need a Bloody Mary after spending 30 minutes with you.
She records Sally just being herself, posting it to Instagram and TikTok, where they have millions of views and hundreds of thousands of followers.
I know we're going to talk about Flutie Tootie Dallas, but I'm going to be maybe nice. Maybe not.
One of their recent posts where Sally, a Fort Worth girl, gives her thoughts on Dallas.
Why do you give me a hard time about Dallas? Oh, because everything is so fluty tooty and
got shared quite a bit.
It's not in the dictionary, fluty tooty. It's just fluty tooty. They go out to eat dinner and they have to have wine and they spend a fortune. Listen, what about $2 chucks? I mean, that's good wine. $2 chuck, remember that.
But mostly the pair enjoy driving around, going to Brahms, Chili's, a few of Sally's favorites.
You don't know what it's like to have people write and say they love you or they like you. I never had that.
Both mother and daughter creating new bonds.
And it's given our relationship new life.
They didn't know they had.
I'm loving it.
I want to go to Olive Garden and get a bucket of soup.
In Hearst, I'm Matt Howerton.
How fun. That's it for Featured. I'm Robert Stover. Thanks for spending the last half hour with us. Have a great day.